were adored, Minthar. Brought up from the darkness and into the Absolute's light.
She cherished you, but it wasn't enough. You were distracted by your own desires.
Bloodlust, murder, chaos.
And most damning of all, an inability to follow orders.
I obeyed to the best of my ability!
And isn't that depressing?
You are nothing.
The drow reaches out to you psychically, connecting with you for a moment. She is infected like you, and her mind is disintegrating.
Come to observe, true soul. She is a lesson. None can rise so high that they cannot fall again. We are erasing her. Yes, your authority is great. We can learn, watching you break what little remains of her mind. Are you quite mad? Or maybe defective?
You won't break us. And you won't leave here alive.
No holding back.
My faith will protect me. What should I do? Where do I go from here? Talk to me. Got to move.
Forever dauntless.
You dare stop my mind.
Orton, lead us!
Prisoners aren't supposed to fight back.
Ready for another round?
Here goes nothing.
I expected to be greeted as a hero. But the wretches imprisoned me and tried to tear my mind apart. I didn't think anyone would come for me. Agreed. Make haste. I fear that insidious voice will return if I linger here.
Defender of the people.
I have a lot on my mind. And well, in it. Walk in.
Without everything will be for naught. The Iron Hand gnomes must succeed.
What's up for discussion?
Your conversation has been cut short. These prisoners are for Disciple Balthazar's attention only. Your association with Disciple Balthazar inspires respect and a touch of fear. You are free to speak to the prisoners.
You ordered that guard about as if you were the Absolute herself. What do you want with us, exactly? Huh. And why would you be so inclined? Those Spitfires? Well, they certainly gave the guards a run for their money. And they'd be a help in the escape. I reckon you and I were meant to meet. I'm Wilburn. We've got a plan, for us and the Tieflings both. But we're scuppered without the right equipment. We need tools. That head case of a warden robbed ours, but anything that breaks rock will do. Even if it's not Iron Hand quality. Whatever you find, throw it through the bars. But for the love of Gerdor, make sure a guard doesn't see you, or we're both done for.
Stone. I feel it. Hollow behind the back wall. I'd bet my last copper.
Sir.
Oh no. The cult got inside your head too. Oh, thank the stars. When they disappeared into the darkness, my heart just about stopped. I couldn't bear the thought of them being hurt. Not after Zevlor. We were trekking through the darkness when the cultists jumped us. Bastards gutted half of us, just for the fun. I took a blow to the head, then woke up in this hellspit. Haven't seen Zevlor since. He's cozying up with Ketheric, for all I know. I'd offer to bet on it, but I know you'll win this one. Whatever the plan, I'll do what I can to help. You can count on it.
You're being arrested for assault. Judging by the look on this guard's face, you're getting off lightly.
Something good here, I hope. Cursed to put my hands on everything. I want to have a word.
You. Not you. Lord Ketherick may think you pose no threat to him in your disgrace, but I know the things you've done. Keep your bloody thoughts to yourself and your head down. Oh dear. Does someone think they're important? You are small, Trussell, insignificant, and above all, replaceable. Do not forget that. You set foot in our tower once. You did not leave. At least not through any door I have watch over. I assumed you overstayed your welcome. Little did I expect you to intrude again. Your name, your place, was kept from all of us last time, but you were to be shown the utmost of respect. Respect you must have proven yourself unworthy of. And now, you waste my time. Regardless, know this. I am the Warden. The prisoners are my charges, and I answer to Disciple Balthazar himself. Stay on my good side. He sounds important, and I'm afraid the mere dregs are the only ones left in my care. My face might be bland, but yours? It is now carved into my memory, forever. A pity you're already failing, then. My, they are letting all sorts become a Trussell these days. He is chief advisor to General Ketherick, and one of the Absolute's favored. His necromancy is second only to the General's. It is an honor to serve him. Anyone who refutes the Absolute is an enemy of mine, Trussell. You would do well to remember that.
You were witnessed assaulting someone. You're headed for the cells.
keep it together.
We must leave. Now. Lead the way.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Stone. I feel it. Hollow behind the back wall. And beyond. I bet my last copper. There's a pier nearby.
This could be your chance, sir.
Wretched thing. Pull yourself together.
Good work. We're gonna wait until it's quiet and then bust out the back wall. We'll grab the tieflings along the way. We'll need them if it comes to a fight. You, however, are the clincher. Once we move, keep the patrols busy. If the bastards spot us, all of bloody Moonrise will come down on us. Hurry, or we're all dead.
Breathe. I've got you.
Unless this evil can get us out of here, I don't want to hear it. I must make it to Baldur's Gate. I must.
Here we go. Unleash me.
Battle favors the fearless. Today you fall.
Let's finish this.
I thirst for combat. Survival is all that matters. What now? Another step forward. Victory awaits.
Fresh orders? Understood.
I'm fury and death. Blood comes easy these days.
Ready for battle.
Need to stay focused. What's inside?
There's a parasite nearby. You should take a closer look.
Go on. Move! The quicker, the better.
I'll give it a shot. Very well.
Minthara is supposed to be in a cell. You have some explaining to do. You avoided a fight this time, but bullying your way out of Moonrise is a risky proposition.
Death is merely delayed. We will return and kill them.
Where am I needed?
Can't slow down.
Halt!
Deal with them, or I will.
We heard she'd been escorted from her cell. Not that she could leave the tower.
The General ordered that she be repurposed, not freed.
Apologies, Trousseau. Perhaps I misunderstood the General's orders.
For the Absolute.
I last left Moonrise as a commander in the Absolute's army, obeying the voice of a god. I thought I had found a home and a purpose. Now I leave as an exile. But you risked your life to rescue me. For that, I am grateful.
The artifact connects with her, pulling your minds together and showing her all that you have seen. The prism, your dream visitor, the protection that keeps you from obeying the Absolute and becoming a Lithid. She knows it all in a moment. Her mind reels, but is no longer clouded. She accepts the truth. She has no choice.
There is much we must discuss. Do you have a safe place to camp nearby? Goodbye for now. I will see you soon.
I should speak up.
Ketheric's lackeys found me already. Blast it all! You need to deal with him.
Ketheric's forces are infiltrating this place. You've got to take the fight to them.
The towers were here. Soot, sulfur, limestone, dusted all over. Signature.
Don't want any surprises. Yes, Mom.
Things in Moonrise were bad. Real bad. Thank you for getting me out of there.
The shadows haven't consumed you. Good. Gruesome, isn't it? I'm glad you survived the encounter, at least. Did you learn anything more? Chosen? Oh, that's 3 masters Ketheric has served. Our paladin isn't very picky. He's aligned himself with mind flayers. But I cannot see what he gains. Perhaps we can force it out of him once we have him up against a wall. Was there anything else? The great general is paranoid. Good. That means he's protecting something. I'll wager it's the source of his invulnerability. He'd protect that at any cost. Was there anything else?
It does not compare with the comforts of home, but your camp is almost palatial in comparison to my previous accommodation. Thank you for allowing me to come here, and for bringing me back to myself. Each memory that returns to me is more disturbing than the last. The things that I did in the name of the Absolute. The things that were done to me. They broke my mind. Precisely. While our tadpoles live, and the cult have the means to control them, we will never be safe. We must eradicate them, starting with General Thorm. I mean Ketheric. My deference to him is a habit that will die hard, I fear. All that live can die. I can help you plot Ketheric's demise, but I need something from you first. Swear that you will keep me close. Until the Absolute is dead, at least. Thank you. I knew you were different to other true souls when we met, but I could see nothing clearly. Now, thanks to the prism, the Absolute does not cloud my thoughts at all. I see that together, we can have our vengeance on those who infected us. Rest well, and keep your wits about you. Tomorrow, we go to war with the cult of the Absolute. General Thorm would have the world believe that his invulnerability is a gift from the Absolute. That is a lie, intended to impress those who flock to the cult's cause, and to strike fear in the minds of those who stand against the Absolute. I believe Thorm draws his power not from a divine source, but an arcane one. I suspect it is the very relic that Balthazar has been sent to retrieve. We must find the necromancer and claim what he seeks, or destroy it. Now, rest. We will need our strength for what lies ahead. I do not sleep unless I wish to. Until I feel safe among this company, I shall spend my nights planning for the fights to come. Indeed. Ready when you are. You wish to consult me? I took up my oath long ago, when I swore bloody vengeance against any who defied Lolth. Now, I myself have sinned against the Spider Queen. Though my faith is shattered, my oath endures. I am sworn to destroy all those who serve the Absolute. It is not noble, it is necessary. If we do not destroy the cultists, they will destroy everything. We are all that stands between this world and annihilation. Then speak. Not directly. My memories were not removed. They were obscured by the Absolute's voice, by its presence. The tadpole is a conduit for that voice, not its origin. And while the prism protects us, the Absolute cannot reach us. As for the tadpoles themselves, for the moment I do not believe they are malevolent. They are incubating within our brain matter, not feeding on it. Very well. I was the Absolute's dagger. I remember every throat that it held me to, and every drop of blood it forced me to spill. I take no responsibility for the lives I took. I did nothing in the Absolute's name. I was merely a weapon that it wielded. A disturbing admission. I would rather die than lose control of myself again. The tadpole. The Absolute. They work together like a drug. I did not feel I was compelled to act against my will. I felt ecstatic to serve. Every action seemed a deliberate choice. The best choice. Even though I could no more have resisted its commands than flesh can resist decay. Even rational minds like ours cannot reject such a powerful influence. The Absolute can make the impossible seem inevitable. A disparate collection of vagabonds and strays. Did you have anyone particular in mind? She is tolerable, but her faith in the Lady of Loss is poisonous. The very concept of Sharan worship is self-indulgent. They would have you think every whispered word and hidden thought is of value, but it is not so. I have performed 1,000 interrogations, squeezing out the most guarded secrets held in heart, mind, and soul. I can tell you this. When the trivial parts have been whittled away and I have sifted through what remains, in most cases, a person amounts to nothing at all. He's been deprived of freedom and strong blood for so long that he is addicted to both. While those addictions have their hold on him, he is still a slave. No. He is well aware that I would exsanguinate him entirely if he flashed his fangs at me. And while you live, you'll be enslaved to your appetites and hungers. We all feed on something, and if we are deprived of it, we will fight for it. But Astarion is not only bound to his needs and desires, he is still bound to something more powerful. His master, he will only be free when Cazador is dead. And that is as it should be. When the time comes, we must hope that he does not only take Cazador's long life, but the power that has sustained him as well. I have encountered few Githyanki in my life. Those that I did were raiders. They croaked out pleas for mercy in their alien tongue as they died. Meeting Lae'zel makes me wish I knew more of their culture. Whatever culture you and I once shared, it no longer has a hold on me, Lothsworn. You still listen to the whispers of the Spider Queen's web. I only obey my own heart's desires. Most Gith do not seem to know their own hearts, nor do they need to. They have strict hierarchies and commitment to a single cause. Some, like Lae'zel, question that cause. But even so, she retains the discipline of her training. He is exceedingly self-righteous. Amusing, considering he bound himself to a devil. Will doesn't just have blood and dirt on his hands. He has stains on his soul. Those last more than a lifetime. It is as it should be. Purity of soul and deed will not help us to survive the Absolute. I would rather be allied with a warlock than the spoiled son of a noble who has more experience with diplomats than devils. I have never known anyone so ferocious and unassailable in battle, and yet so fragile and impermanent in their very being. I often think of mortality as a curse. In time, all that I am and all that I have known and learned will be lost. In time, our cities will be dust. Karlach does not seem to have such anxieties. Perhaps because she cannot afford to. She exists in the moment. And she will burn out and be gone in a moment. There is something very beautiful about that.